appreciate all you do as an anchor on this great avenue.
So, okay, Chris, the floor is yours for a few words.
Well, first of all, this is a tough act to follow. These guys are trained public speakers. So I'm going to try to keep this short. One, because they both said very eloquently what I was going to do, partially, because I wanted to share with everyone a real happy story. I mean, in the world today of struggling retail businesses, local, small, this is a great story. It's a happy story, and it's continuing to be happy. So the history you heard from these two gentlemen about Cable Wiedemer and George Wiedemer and how he started it right here on this footprint in 1978. What they didn't mention is that the original manager, Wendy, my sister, Larder, was the first business partner of my father's. He came on board in 1981. He bought 50% of the stock. He ran the business. And he truly was a passionate man, an ex-Sibley's guy, and he knew how to deliver the good old-fashioned customer service philosophy. He assembled a great team. He rehired Ellie Nace, who's been here for 38 years. I mean, how many people are still with the same employer for 38 years? So it's a tribute to Ellie and her, tenure here. And then Al, at the age of 70, decided he wanted to retire. He sold half of the business to myself. My wife Patty and I were living and working in Chicago. Was not thinking of retail in my life, but we did decide to come back home. We started a family, and George was my partner for many, many years. And together we found ways to continue to grow the business. The internet came along, we adapted, we struggled, went back and forth, and we continued to find ways to adapt and connect with customers. So the happy story here is that we are continuing to thrive because of a lot of great people. And I want to mention them first and foremost. Several of them were here earlier, that I just want to pay tribute to. My M&T Bank relationship, my accountants, my bookkeeper Bob, who's not here. But then I got to mention each one of my staff by name, because it's really what is at the heart and soul of Cook's World. First and foremost, 21 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and she'll correct me if I am, a young lady came into the store by the name of Rebecca Carney. And I hired Rebecca to be a retail person, and we just developed this great relationship, and she blossomed. She has an incredible amount of retail skills, and she truly represents, and I think we would all agree as staff, the heart and the soul and the spirit of what Cook's World is all about. And so I couldn't do this business without Rebecca at my right hand. So thank you. Next, I want to mention Ellie Nace, who I said earlier. Again, another manager, been here for 38 years, knows so many people in this community on a first-name basis, has seen generations of people come through this door. Another great valued employee. Kathy, where are you? 11, 12? 11 and a half. So another manager here with me for 11 years. So together, these two managers have served Cook's World customers for over 50 years. I mean, that's just amazing to me. Then you got Susan, who's been here for 17 years?
I think it's 18.
18, okay. So 18-year person. And then my two young people, probably started when they were in teenage years. Charlene and Mary have been here for 2 or 3 years?
3.
Okay.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay, so the point is that I'm making, we are one family, and it's because of that family. Oh no, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to the guys. So, but I had this in my mind because to me, I wanted it to be chronological, and then I wanted to end up with the two guys. So there's two guys in my business life that I really want to make mention. One is a freelance employee of Cook's World. He's not on the payroll. He's I call him a contract worker. He has a full-time job, but he is Rebecca's husband, Jeff. Where's Jeff?
Where's Jeff?
Jeff and Chuck are the two guys in my professional life that I could not live without. And here's why. Chuck is a regular employee, but both of these guys have fixed more things and problems here than I could ever imagine. I'll give you one example. The day before my hip surgery, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the water heater breaks.
No.
Breaks. So we got water, yeah. So I called Jeff, I called Chuck. Within an hour, we meet at Home Depot, we buy a water heater, we get it over here. We have electrical problems. They can both fix electrical issues. We have computer problems. Jeff can fix any computer problem there is. And we have a lot of issues like that every business has. So you need guys like Jeff and Chuck or anybody, man or woman, who can fix things that I can't. And so I'm just very grateful to have them in my life. So to make my story end, I just want to say thank you to all of my employees for being loyal to the mission of Cook's World. And the mission of Cook's World is to just serve the community and people who love to cook with the best products we can, with a smile, with the friendly, knowledgeable service that we're known for. Then I finally want to end with just thanking all of you customers. And I see many of you, I know many of you, and we all do recognize the faces. And there are many more out there that I know are not here, but are appreciative of the fact that we are still serving you. And without you guys and ladies as customers, we could not survive. And so I just want to say thank you to all my customers.